Yeah. The first topic what we are going to discuss today is organization. Can you help me? What is your understanding about organization? What is your thought when somebody say about organization?
Employer, company.
Yes, little bit elaborate, please.
Um, Employer or company.
Okay,
That's
employer or company. Anything else? Anything else apart from that? Okay. See, there is a in-depth meaning of this organization where we need to start from here. Okay, I said right scratch. Okay, we need to understand. See, directly we cannot jump into SAP how exactly it works. No, that is not the right way of understanding. Okay, directly we cannot understand any software in that way. First, we need to understand here.
Yeah.
Anything else about organization? Anything is coming into our mind?
Yeah. The services who provides.
Services who provides. Okay, let me paste the definition here quickly. Anything else before that?
Any enterprise which is involved in the business of providing services or any manufacturing.
Yes, see, this is where our understanding starts. We are thinking about the companies, we are thinking about the any enterprises, we are thinking always whenever we say any organization, quickly we will jump into the companies. We will get in our mind that multinational companies, especially, right? That is what our understanding, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
But there is a small catch here. Let me go in detail. See, organization means a structured group of people working together for a common purpose. There will be a common purpose will be there, common goal will be there. Okay, in an organization 100 people are there. Okay, the entire organization will have only one purpose. Agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, not necessarily they need to run the business. Agree? Okay, now we will try to understand in detail why we started with organization, why we are trying to understanding about this organization. Okay, to be very simply, organization is a structured group of people working together, defined process, and this is the book definition what we call. If we go in detail, we will have key elements in organization. Okay, the key elements are people, goals, it will be structured, right? And what we call as a departments. Okay, very much important, departments. And we have processes, we have resources. Okay, these are the key elements in the organization. You take any organization, okay, any form. Okay, before we understand about different forms of organization, any organization we will have these key elements. The first one is people. We will have the goals, structures, and the department, process, and resources. All these key elements, again it will relate to, they will have some common agenda. Okay, to fulfill that agenda, this all resources, these all key elements come together and they will work. Okay, all the processes will be divided, different departments will be there. Okay, this is the basic understanding of the organization. If you don't have any doubts, we will go ahead. Clear about organization?
Yes, Kashi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, forms of organization. I ask you a question, what is organization? What is coming into your mind? You said that, okay, enterprise, some kind of business, all this stuff. Yes, agree. The first form is business. When I say business, the motto is pretty different. The business motto will be always it's a profit making. Okay, the purpose of business is profit making. Okay, apart from this business, we are having other forms. What are those? Non-profit. Okay, government, clubs, institutions. Now, you tell me, very important thing. Okay, do governments also an organization?
Yes.
Okay, non-profit organizations.
Yes.
Okay, everything falls under this organization only, right? Now, why we are discussing about this organization, there is a catch here. Okay, see what exactly will happen is, okay, we will train you, you will crack the interview, you will step into your organization first day, second day, you will be meeting different people. Okay, few people will say that like, who is your client? You will keep on asking these questions, right? Who is your client? Okay, we will ask, right, when we are in the onboarding orientation sessions. Okay, okay, like, okay, what is your past experience, which clients, who you worked for? Okay, these things they will ask, right? Okay, at least to build a rapport, you people will keep on asking, right? Okay, what is your past experience? Okay, if someone say that, okay, I worked for a Sweden, my client itself is Sweden, my client itself is Andhra Pradesh government. Okay, I work for that government. We have implemented a software for that government. Okay, what will be your thoughts? How you will understand that? If someone says you like, okay, I work for a government, okay, my client itself is a government, okay, what will be your thought? What will be your next question?
Is it a government company?
No, company itself is a government.
Mm.
Little bit confused, right? If
What
someone
is
write
yeah?
a,
What is
if
the
some
requirement for the government?
Yes, perfect. That question, I'm expecting that question. See, when I say that organization, okay, the key elements, people will be there, common goals will be there, structures will be there, process resources, these things, let us keep aside. Okay, in the forms of organization, even governments do the huge transactions. For example, I will give a simple example. Let us take our own state. Okay, I'm from Telangana. Telangana government will send every month certain amount to the farmers. You know about this? The scheme called Raitu Bandhu.
Yes.
Okay. You know how exactly they do that? Just with a click of button. You are aware of that?
Yeah. They do set up in the bank server.
Yes, they do set up in the bank servers. Simple. We will try to understand more about this. Okay, we'll try to understand more about this. See, one terminology, the first term is organization. We understood that what is organization. Now we will try to understand transaction. Transaction. Okay, very important. We need to understand these two things. Okay, before we start anything, what is a transaction? Can you help me? What is your understanding about a transaction?
Comes in and goes out, debit and credit.
Okay, debit and credit. A debit and credit is two accounting terminology. Yes, you are right. Apart from that,
The process of exchange.
perfect. Yes. Anything else? If I want to say about transaction, it's an agreement or exchange between two parties. To be very silent, it can be a goods or it can be a service. Okay, buying and selling. There will be an agreement. Okay, things will be exchanged. Either it can be in the form of goods, it can be in the form of service. Now, if we go back again, do government will do these transactions?
Yes.
Okay, which means that they need certain platforms, right, to do that.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We are good here. Okay, let me know if it is not visible. Yeah. Okay, this is what the general definition, where transaction means a bit exchange between two parties involving goods or service. Like there will be some financial asset, money, or as someone says that debit and credit can be a sale, something. Okay, this is transaction. If we go back and we are trying to understand about different forms of organizations, we are having business, non-profit, government agencies, clubs, institutions. When we say, okay, when we try to understand about SAP, always our focus will be this. Our focus will be this. Okay. But to be very frank, okay, many governments are using SAP. See, governments will have the revenues, agree, as part of a tax collections. Governments will have expenditure as part of different scheme distributions, different salary payments, different things. Okay, which means that they also will have some kind of assets and liabilities, profit and loss. Okay, we cannot call it as a profit. Some kind of balancing will be there, right? Each and every transaction need to be recorded, right? Agree with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, my focus is like whenever we say about SAP or any platform, our focus should not be on business. It can be our client, can be anyone. Okay. See, my client recently, okay, I will tell you about my client. I don't want to name the client. Okay. He is a US railway company. It's a US railway company. They implemented SAP into their organization, SAP S/4HANA 2023. Okay, which means that it can be a private organization, it can be a government organization, or it can be a government itself implementing SAP into their structures. Okay, I want you to have bit of a broader approach. Okay, when we before we talk about SAP, we need to have this kind of understanding. Clear? I will give you few examples. I will give you few examples. Don't think about SAP at this stage. Okay. For example, you know this you know about this IRCTC?
Yeah. To book the tickets for railways.
How many tickets will be booked in a day?
Lakhs of thousands. Don't need.
Yes, okay. This is one side of the coin. Okay. If you are traveling, okay, if you have any doubt about your train times, your coach position, your berth number, what exactly you do? You will have something called PNR number, right?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you drop that PNR number into the IRCTC application or any supporting application, how the system is retrieving the information within a fraction of seconds. Which means that there is a huge software and hardware setup, right?
Yes.
Okay. You need to remember these things. One is a software setup and a hardware setup. Why we need to think about the hardware setup? We are a software consultants, right? Why we need to think about hardware setup? No. Technical people, functional people work hand in hand. Okay, you are working for a complete project. Okay, it has who is having the software expertise, who is having the hardware expertise also. Clear? Now, I'll give you one more example. HDFC Bank. How many transactions will happen in this bank per day? Can you even imagine?
No.
Debits, credits. Nowadays, if because of this UPS, even the small amount also we are using this UPS, right? Okay, everything is recording transaction. If one transaction number, if I hold that a transaction number, I'm able to retrieve the information, right? Even though in the database there is a crores and crores of transactions are there, I'm able to retrieve that information, right? Agree
Yeah.
with me? Yes, this is because of the software setup and the hardware setup. Okay, if I keep on give many, I will give one more example. TTD. Anyone knows what is TTD?
Tirumala Tirupati Devas.
You know how many transactions these guys will do per day? Do you think do they use softwares? First of all, tell me what is your understanding?
Yes, they use transactions. Software.
Yes, they do transactions. To record those transactions, they use different softwares. Agree? Okay. If you go many examples, TTD, Ayodhya, okay, like okay, donations in, okay, they spend huge amounts daily. Many transactions will be there. Okay. Now, why we are discussing about the transaction? Because two terminologies are there. Okay, one is organization, other one is the transaction. Because of these two only, the other things will be decided. Okay, how it will be decided, I will tell you. Okay, if I keep on giving examples like that, okay, you see, book my show. Many examples, book my show, Redbus, Swiggy, Zomato, they handle thousands of transactions. The only catch here is software setup and hardware setup. Agree with me? Yes, because of these two setups only they are able to handle these things, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now what is the bottom line here? Okay, we understood about the transaction, we understood about the organization. What is the bottom line? Whenever there is any thought process about the any client or anything, okay, it can be anything. It can be a government based organization, government established organization, any private organization, any small company, any big company, different industry. It can be a retail, it can be a pharmaceutical, it can be a petroleum. See, there will be no limit. Okay, as a consultant, the first skill you're supposed to have is you need to understand your client. Who is my client? Is he government, or is he a private company? Is he a multinational company? Okay, what exactly they do, in which service they are. First thing is, as a consultant, you need to understand their business. This is what the bottom line. Okay, whenever we say client, it can be any form of organization. Got it? Shall we go ahead?
Yes.
Now, if we have 10 transactions in a day, okay, do we require any software for this? There is a business establishment, okay, it's an organization, small business, okay, they have 10 transactions in a day. Do we require any software for this? Yes, no?
Yes, yes. We need
Okay, your understanding is yes. Okay, to
yeah,
to get the software, they need to spend some amount, right?
yes,
It's not, nothing is free. Okay, now
yeah.
if a business is having a limited to 10 transactions, okay, they will have two options. Either they can go for software, or they can enter manually. They can enter in a book, pen, or else in a small system, small computer, in Excel, any free softwares. Okay, nothing. Okay, they can do it manually. Okay, no requirement of any bigger license to software. 10 transactions. If the same example, if I make this to 100 transactions, do we require a software? What is your understanding? 100 transactions. It will be little bit difficult, right? If you maintaining manually pen and paper, okay, any vouchers we are entering these things here or there, there is a chances of misplacement, right? It will be different. Okay, 100 into 365. Okay, there will be more transactions once we completed the financial year. Okay, they require some kind of a software. It should be licensed. Okay, they cannot rely on the free software. Agree? Now, let me increase one more zero. If we have 1,000 transactions a day, what exactly we require? Let me give one more example. I'm adding 3 more zeros. If we have 1 million transactions a day, how to handle this volume? What is your understanding?
To agreement with company, software company,
Software company, what kind of agreement?
like some couple of years we use the software.
Okay. What kind of software? See, we are having two examples here. One, if we have 1,000 transactions in a day, if we have 1 million transactions in a day, what is exactly difference between two this example? Okay, there is a difference in volume of transactions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If we are having 1,000 transactions in a day, we require a software. Okay, I agree that we require a software. Here also we require a software. What is the difference between these two softwares?
If the number of transaction will increase, like then we will need a multi-user software maybe.
Perfect multi-user software, which means that different licenses. Okay, perfect. We will discuss more about this in coming sessions. Your understanding is right. Apart from that,
To customize their like what they want.
customization, which means you are telling that it's a tailor-made.
Yeah.
Okay. And here I will give you one more terminology also, robust.
Mm-hmm.
Not every software will handle this volume, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. There will be specific softwares which are built to handle huge transactions. Okay. I will give you an example. There is a software called Finacle. Okay. Some 10 plus Indian banks will use this software, which is developed by Infosys. 10 plus banks. Even I think ICICI is using this software. Now, do the normal softwares will handle this many transactions? It's not that keying the data into the system. It's the whenever you require, you need to able to pull that information. Retrieving. Okay, I will give you one number. Okay, based on this transaction number, you need to pull the information. What exactly is the transaction? Software is all about that. Clear? Which means that the people who is having huge transaction, the organizations who are having huge transactions, they require a software which is supposed to be a tailor-made and it should be a robust. Okay, if we have understanding till here, we will go ahead. Any questions till here? Come on, guys, let's make this session very interactive.
No.
Okay, let me give you one more example. Okay, an MNC is there. Can anyone name an MNC? Any MNC?
Genpact.
Genpact. Okay, now let us take an example that you have attended the interview. Okay, you have cleared the interview. Before attending the interview itself, they will take you few information. The first one is the contact number, the second one is the email ID for the communication, and third one is a few details like they will verify your government ID proof. Okay, they will enter few details into their system. Okay, name, first name, last name, some information, or else they will ask you to enter. Okay, let us assume that you got the job. They started doing the background verification. Before that, they will ask you few things. Okay, what all are those things? Okay, they given you the offer, you accepted the offer. What exactly they will ask the information? The first thing they will ask the name, contact number. Agree? Anything else? Email ID. What else they will ask?
Experience letters from previous
Okay,
employers.
which means that previous company details,
Yeah.
Salary
company
slip.
detail, perfect salary slip, and then PAN card. I can update this, right? Some kind of government proof, okay? And your photograph, bank account number. They need to credit your salary, right? Okay, if you don't have bank account, they will ask you to create one, and they will ask you to update in this portal. Agree? Do they ask the resume first of all? We missed that. Okay. Declarations. Anything else? Educational certificates. Anything else? Anything is coming into your mind?
In case of any recent hike letters.
Ah, perfect. Hike letters. See, before having that, you will have some kind of thing called unique number. It can be your employee number, or it can be enrollment number. Okay. If once they give these things, okay, automatically the remaining information about you, everything will be retrieved by the system. Agree? Something. Uh, Most probably it will be the employee number. Okay. Now, apart from these details, they will ask a few other things. Okay. From where you are, from which location you are working. You all guys are experienced, right? Whenever you see your pay slip, or else whenever you see any details about your employment in your teams, you will be tagged to a company code and a cost center. Anyone noticed?
Yes.
Okay. Why exactly they do that?
To charge for employee.
To charge. Perfect. Apart from that, they are doing anything. What is the purpose of from which area you are working? Okay. In this information, do they take your date of birth?
Yes.
Do they take your gender information?
Yes.
See, to capture all this information, they need to have the robust software, right? Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. In the system, if you give the unique employee number or some kind of a unique number, the system is retrieving all the information. First, in the case, you need to understand why these companies are asking this many details. What is the background for this? Why they require all this information?
These details are primary to company to maintain the employee records.
Oh, why? What they will do for me after maintaining?
To set up like a employee IDs, those things.
After that, why exactly? Once time setup is done, once setup, why they will save this information? We need to think beyond. They are going to use this information every time, every quarterly report, every half yearly report, every annual report. Why they are tracking this much of information? Many more things are there which we are missing here. They will take lot much of information. See, I will give you an example. Why they take date of birth, gender information? Let me give few examples. Okay, with just a click of button, do the company board of directors can know salary by region, salary by country? Now you tell me, I asked you to give the example of MNC, right? You said Genpact. Genpact is there in which, how many countries? Any idea? It's a multinational company, right? Different companies, it has its footprint.
I'm not sure, but there's many countries.
Many countries, okay?
Yeah.
Many countries, many regions also. In
Yeah.
India also, it is having in many regions. Agree?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. See, there will be a similar pattern. Even though you work for Genpact US, you work for Genpact Hyderabad, Genpact Noida, or else a Genpact Europe or any country, this information will be common. The hiring process will be common. The information will be common. Do you know what exactly they are going to do with this information? Let me explain you. See, let us take altogether somewhere around 6 lakh. Okay, this is not the right number. It's just a number. Okay, on a similar day, they are going to process 6 lakh people salaries. Okay, different countries, but the company itself is paying, right? It's one Genpact. Agree with me? It's one Genpact. Okay, it may have different establishments in different companies, different legal formalities, everything is different company code, that setup is different, this setup is different, but there is a one department board, the company's board, which is looking the numbers at a very high level. Okay, they want to know once the expenses is done, once the month end is done, they want to know what is the total amount of the salaries we paid this month. With a single click of button, can they get that report? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, how they are able to generating that report? Because of the background information, this information. Okay, this is very important, guys. Okay, if they want to see what is the total salary expenses for the month of March, they can see that. Okay, if they want to see salary by region, by country, they can see that. Okay, in one particular currency, US dollars, or else Australian dollar, or else Chinese yuan. Okay, whatever may be their group reporting currency, the systems will convert all the different countries currencies into one currency, and it will give the information what is the salary by region. Agree? What else they will see? What else they want to see? They can see salary by age. Why they want to see salary by age? Anyone heard about payroll cholesterol?
No.
Okay, let me give you a background. Okay, see, whenever a company board of directors or any board, any HR top authorities, okay, they will keep on monitoring these numbers. Payroll cholesterol means they will see the people who are working in that organization for many years taking high salaries. Okay, if they want to cut down the cost, they need to have some information, right? In which bracket of employees are taking huge salaries, at what level of experience. Okay, if I want to remove an employee, which means that layoff, in the place of this employee, can I hire a 4 freshers? Do the companies will think in this way?
Yes.
Okay. If they want to think in this way, they should have some background data, right? How this information is coming? Again, by the this information. Okay, we will give our date of birth, right? Simply with one click, different customization reports, they will give everything. Okay. It's payroll cholesterol means, okay, the age group somewhere around 45 to 55 having huge salaries means they will start lay off that group. They will target that group. Even though you do excellent work, they will remove you. In place of you, they will hire some kind of AI agents, or else some kind of freshers who can 4 or 5 people. Okay, they will do this kind of things. To take that call, they should have some data, that is salary by age. What else they will see? Salary by designation. Agree? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Again, the same thing. Okay, they have these details in the background. Okay, salary by experience. You will enter, right? Experience letters, experience from when you started doing the job. Okay, what is your first job? Okay, what is the duration of that job? Okay, you have any areas, like you have any educational gaps, anything? Okay. Okay, then they will see salary by qualification. All the things you may not see while you are entering. Okay. Okay, you may enter here like, okay, in a particular form you may enter like that, I am a postgraduate. Okay, you don't know how the system you have done your PG. Okay, you are just a graduate. Okay, or else you are a tech person. Okay, the systems will bracketize each and every employee. Okay, they will see the salary by qualification. Okay, and if I keep on go, they will see salary by department. They will see salary paid who are working in projects. They will see salary paid who are on bench. Agree with me? They will see salary paid by gender. Why this information they are seeing? First of all, you tell me, is this information is necessary for them?
Yes, to keep records.
Just to keep records? No. Answer is no. Answer is no, Bhagyasri. No, the intention is not to keep records. The intention is to take key decisions, okay, to retrieve the information whenever they need. See, e- simply the board will decide to do the cost cutting. How they will do? How they will approach? See, cost cutting, nothing but they don't want to damage their organization. They just want to cut the cost. Some kind of positive solutions also they're supposed to have, right? To be very precise, these records they will hold for decision making. Agree with me, Bhagyashree? One time background verification done. There is no requirement of the data. See, maintaining huge database is a very difficult task. They need to spend crores of rupees for that. See, one employee is having this much of information, many PDFs loading left and right. Whenever they want that information need to retrieve in fraction of seconds. There will be a strong purpose. The purpose is the decision making. This is just an example, salary. Just to replace salary with vendor payments, replace this salary with customer payments, replace this salary with assets. Then you will think beyond that. Okay, why exactly this? See, why I am explaining this at this stage, because SAP is not a simple thing to understand directly. Okay, don't run behind the configuration. Okay, there are many people who I know, okay, blindfoldedly they can tell which configuration, which transaction code, which screen, which particular field. They will be master at that level, but they are not a successful consultants. Not even 10% of your job will lead you to the configurations. There are many other things you need to understand. You need to understand your business. You need to understand when client, see, this is a software, this is a payroll software. Let us take the example of a workday. You guys heard any time about workday? This is a HR software, this is also ERP. Okay, see, somebody is customizing these things. Okay, the person who is customizing these things, they should aware why these people asking all this information. They should have some idea, right? Then only they can customize it. Agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, this is the overall picture. Where exactly we started with the organization, then we understood about the key elements in organization, then we understood about different forms of organization, and we understood about the transaction. We see different examples. Okay, why the transactions will decide which software we supposed to use. We understood that. We understood about the tailor-made robust. We did not go in detail, but we have taken one example as a genpact. Okay, this many salaries. Okay, and why this information they are collecting, because of to take decisions on this. Okay, see, I still remember I used to lot much back. Okay, I used to work for a bank. It's a big Swiss bank. Okay. Some big, they said that, right, CFOs, Chief Financial Officers, they said that someone is coming. Okay. And they came, we all sat in the meeting room. Okay. Very long back, initial stage. I think when I'm having 3 years or 4 years of experience. Okay, in that meeting room, she's explaining about the financials of that company. Okay, they deal with CFOs deal with financials, right? Simply, they focused on one line. Okay, they said that our 40% of salary expense we spend in Asia. How they understood that? Why specifically they are talking about Asia? Which means that they structure. Sorry, give me a second, guys. Sorry. They structure their software setup in a such a way that whenever they generate a report, they will retrieve the information based on the region: Asia, APAC, US, Swiss, Australia. If it is not a continental breakup, it will be something else breakup, Middle East, like that. Okay, you need to understand these structures, how these structures will be decided. Okay, now over to you guys. Any questions? Let me know. Is this information is important to understand SAP?
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions in today's topic? Simple topic. Today we discussed about a transaction. We discussed about an organization. 5 minutes, you will understand everything. That's it. Okay. Any questions?
No from my side.
Anyone else?
No, nothing.
No, nothing from.
Yeah. Thanks for the confirmation. I'm going to stop the recording.